Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've got a cute little nail stand today from Shein. I really wanted to show you and take a moment to appreciate it. But today we're going to do a very nice vacation holiday kind of nail set, and it just looks so cute. I'm obsessed. I'm literally going to keep this set for myself for a vacation or like a holiday, you know, like a proper at the beach kind of holiday. It's unreal and I'm obsessed. So I've got yellow and this purpley pinky kind of shade. You also want yourself some white and then also your nudie base. So I'm going in with Morning Glow from Nail Nails today. It's a really nice pinky undertoned nude. Now this gel polish is very buildable, which I love, and most of the time I prefer a bit more of a full coverage, especially with press on nails, because I don't personally like anything coming through, so I don't want any of my natural nails coming through underneath it. So I'm going to do 3 very thin layers of this gel polish across all of those nails and then pop that into lamp for a cure. So obviously cure in between each layer. I will show just me doing the one cut on camera, and then the rest I'll do real quick off camera so I don't bore you guys and we can get right into the fun bit of the video. So with today's set, I've noticed it's quite trendy to switch out where each design goes on each finger. So if your first 5 fingers, let's say you've got your lemon on the middle finger, you might want to do your lemon on a different finger on the other hand. So I kind of attempted that with today's set. So we're doing a yellow French tip on the thumb, and we're also going to do 2 coats of anything pretty much I do on the video, unless I say otherwise. It's definitely 2 coats, especially with this yellow. It was quite sheer and definitely patchy in areas, but we're going to do that with the thumb. And if I remember correctly, I want to say we did the yellow also on the pinky, but we'll see in just a second once I'm done filling in the nail. Sometimes I like to use the brush from the bottle, or if I just place too much gel polish on my palette, I just don't want to waste it, and I don't want to put it back into the bottle in case there's any fluffs and dust in there. So I will just use my brush, my little liner brush, which takes me forever, but it just helps not wasting product. But yeah, I was right, thank God. So it's on the pinky, so we're going to repeat that process there as well. And then before you wipe your brush away, on the middle finger we're going to do the lemony, grapefruit, whatever kind of fruit you want to call it. I think it just depends what kind of colour you're using, but you could literally use blue and still make this like fruity look, and I think it will look really cool. So once I'm done with that though, on the middle nail I'm going to do this very thin very thin line right at the top of the nail, which you'll see in just a second, and that's just going to come and help us shape our fruit look. So at first it might look a bit silly and kind of pointless, but it definitely adds that extra layer of detail into your fruity look. So that's it, that's what I'm doing, just that one line right at the top, and I'm kind of curving the line on the corners a little bit and making it a little bit thinner there as it kind of connects with the edge. And that's it. Go ahead and cure it, do another coat off camera real quick, and then once we're back you want to grab yourself some white, it looks like. And then on this one we've got another 2 nails that are going to be French tip nails. That one is going to now be the index and the ring finger. Just usual, do yourself a French tip, color the tip in, the same process I used it a moment ago with the yellow, but with those 2 nails they're actually going to be seashell nails. Now I am trying to practice my seashell look, and I feel like it doesn't always come out the way I might want it to, so I'm still in the process of figuring out a good method or trick to it. So if you've got any tips and tricks that you want to share, let me know in the comments, or share with the rest of us that we're watching, and kind of helping each other out would be great. But I'm going to do the first layer of white on both nails, and I'm going to cure that layer, and then once it comes out in a moment I'm going to do another layer of the white, but I'm actually going to leave that wet. I'm not going to cure it, I'm going to leave it, and then once it's the wet I'm going to change my brush and dip into the other colours that I want to incorporate into the seashell look. And I'm actually just going to like quite not rough, but you know, without any really thoughts, just kind of brush it through side to side until I'm happy with the look. And I've seen some people do it with like a ombre brush and just a couple different methods, which I haven't tried yet. I've just tried this one because I felt like it was going to be the easiest and quickest way to do it, but it's not always giving me the right results. I don't know whether this is the right method, but I'm just kind of applying it wrong or what, but you can let me know. I think it still looks how it's supposed to, but it's just not quite maybe what, I don't know. I don't really know what I'm trying to say here, but here is the bit. So I'm going in with the yellow first. I just find that my train of thought is to go in with the lighter shade first, because that's the colour that might disappear the quickest. And put a little bit more of that than I maybe need, because I just feel like it might disappear, and then I'll go in with the darker shade and kind of not put as much of that in there, if that makes sense. It's a little bit like you're doing a marble look. You kind of want to do the same, where you start with maybe your lighter shades and then kind of incorporate your darker shade right at the end wherever it needs it. So I'm just doing rough lines right now, and I feel like on the video you can't really see the yellow too much, but you can definitely in person. It just might be the colour that is coming through on the video. But now I'm going to wet my brush, and I'm going in with that darker pinky colour, and I'm popping it in. And there were moments where I felt like, even though I just said I want to be a bit more in control, and I, you know, want to place the pink where I need it and not overdo it, I definitely very quickly overdone it. So bear that in mind. But yeah, I'm just kind of doing what I'm doing, I guess, just brushing through my brush on the nail and just hoping for the best. And it's kind of working, but it's not really working, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I will probably report back with a better method eventually. But I'm really digging these kind of nails. I did another set like this with different shades of like blue and this like reddy undertones and stuff, and it looks so good. It's like almost the same kind of design but different, and it's funny how you change your color palette, and it literally looks like a completely different set, when in reality it's very similar, like almost identical, but it's unreal. But yeah, pop everything into the lamp though, and then we are back in with a nail pigment palette and a brush, and we are going to tap away into the tacky layer of the gel polish on the yellow French tip nails for both of them. And I've noticed that when I was doing this set, I was doing kind of one nail at a time. I was kind of creating the set, so I wasn't quite sure what I was doing until it was kind of done and as I was figuring that out as I was making the set. But here I left those nails to kind of sit on the side, and now that I'm going in with the palette, it's almost not as tacky as I needed it to be. It's very weird because I haven't touched it or anything, but it's almost like the tacky layer is kind of gone, and I'm wondering if it's because I put it in the lamp few more times when it didn't really need it. Who knows, but bear that in mind if you want to use the palette. But yes, I also did it on the middle nail with the needy shade. Now, once it's all out the lamp and ready to go, on the pinky we're going to do these lines, and I don't actually know if they have a name or not, but it's just a line, and it's got some dots on the side. Very simple, very quick. The line is much thinner at the top and much thicker at the bottom, and then you want to repeat it on the opposite side, so at the top of the nail, but this time with the yellow. You could do white too if you wanted to be fair, but I did it with the yellow. There's the line, and then here I'm just trying to thin out a bit more on the end bit, and then again pop in your dots in there, and then pop it into lamp for a cure. Once it's done though, we may actually start working on the lemon nail, or if not, it might be the thumb, but the thumb is very quick, simple and easy, and I am just so excited for that fruity nail. It's just the cutest. It's probably my favorite nail of the whole set. Definitely. Okay, so it's the lemon nail. So I don't show much of that footage though, so I'm going to kind of explain what I did, but you see in a moment the final result, and I hope it's quite self-explanatory. But I start with a very small dot in the center, and then I'm going to repeat that line right at the top there with the white just below the yellow. Once I've done that though, and I'm happy with how it's looking, I'm going to do my lines to kind of outline the little, I don't even know what you want to call it, the inside of what a lemony orange kind of looks like. So here they go. Imagine doing kind of like a star. So you want your regular 4 lines, and then you want to do another set of lines in between those lines, and you want to keep them quite thin. I found that the trick is to keep them thin. You don't want them too thick, so be gentle with your brush. But once you've done those lines, you kind of want to curve them at the edges. So this is the bit I didn't include in the video because I was having a difficult time recording a little bit on that nail and having it in frame and everything. But that's what it looks like. I hope it's not too hard and I didn't skip a massive fragment of the video there for you. But it's as simple as that. I'm sure I will try and get a bit more footage of that when I maybe at a different angle in another video, because I'm definitely going to be making more of these kind of nails because they're just so cute. So I'll definitely eventually get that caught on video. But just that day in particular, it was really hot. In the UK we had like 40-degree weather, and it just was not the right time for filming or faffing about with my setup. So I'm going to have to refilm on another set and show you another time. But on the thumb, we are going to do those pinky dots there just to add some extra detail. And now it's time to bling the set out, which arguably is my favorite time. And we're going to do quite a lot of gold detail. Often I find with beachy holiday kind of sets, there's a lot of gold details. So I've got this gold feather, which I'm going to place down, and also a white flower as well. And then in between there, I'm actually going to place some caviar beads, which I think I end up doing off camera because I didn't have that ready. I thought I came prepared, but I really was not prepared. So unfortunately, I do end up cutting that, but it's literally just like in between the flower. I didn't actually put any caviar beads inside of the flower. I just feel like I kind of didn't need it. But now we're going to do the white, she's what? Seashell nails. Gosh, I can't talk now. It's been a long day. But on one of them, you've got yourself a seashell. And then on the other nail, there's like a gold star with a pearl and some white flowers in there as well. And that's very important to pop that there because it really does complete the seashell final look of the nail, which I'm going to place now right there. And then when it comes to caviar beads, there aren't any more involved in today's set. So that will go into lamp for a cure, and that's also the final bling of the set as well. So once it's back out, at this stage I'm actually going to top coat all of those nails, finish them off, cap them, prepare them, and wherever there's a charm or any kind of like 3D stuff, I'm going to do 2 layers of top coat. That's just to help retain the crystals and the charms and everything in place. I find that's been working really, really well for me. And I wear my set and I'm really happy with the way it is, and I've not had any charm or any crystal fall off. So I highly recommend doing that method. And then once it's back out though and top coated and the 2 layers have been applied, we can start doing that 3D look. So I personally use some nail glue gel from Macart. But I feel like you can get like specifically done gels for this kind of thing. But I use just some nail art gel and it works fine. It's a little bit liquidy here and there sometimes, so you might need to cure in between, but most of the time not really. But yeah, you just kind of want to grab yourself a long brush preferably and just dip it into the nail glue and then just go from there and do your lines. So I'm trying to keep majority of the product near the tip of the nail, and as I drag it upwards I kind of want it to be a little bit more thinner, so I'm attempting that. It doesn't always work. I am also kind of working or trying to work really fast because it is still pretty moldable wet gel, so if I work too slow it will start to move about. So I'm trying to kind of work fast, do it right, and all the sorts. So sometimes you just have to let things not work out how you want them to, or like I said, just cure in between. But yeah, and you want to repeat that again. I always start with the middle line first and then kind of work my way outwards on both sides. And then once those 2 nails are done, we have one final nail to finish off, which is our fruity nail, which is the best nail of the set. And that one, you basically want to do a very, very similar approach to what we've just done here. You might find it easier to use like maybe a shorter brush, kind of up to you. I would definitely recommend trying either or. I feel like we all kind of feel a bit more comfortable with one size over the other. This brush that I'm using today is like, I do everything with it. Like I am the most comfortable with it to do anything. That's the one I used earlier for the French tips. For the anything else, essentially, I just use that brush. But you might want to use a smaller one. So here it goes, and I'm placing those lines on the pinky bits of the nail only. I'm trying to focus it, and again I'm trying to achieve that thinner line a bit closer to the center and a bit of a thicker one on the edges, and that'll be that. So we'll finish off that nail, pop it in stamp for a cure. I do like to double cure it because it is quite a lot of gel product in one area, and it just makes me feel a bit more sane if I feel like I've double cured it and it's like proper cured in place and it won't budge. And that will basically conclude today's set. There was quite a lot going on, bit of a busy set, but it's definitely vacation worthy. Here are the final results. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys!